Bassam Aramin and Rami El-Hanan share an unlikely friendship. The bond between the former Palestinian freedom fighter and Israeli Jew has been forged through unimaginable grief. In 1997, Rami's 14-year-old daughter Smadar was killed by Palestinian suicide bombers while out shopping with friends.
You go from hospital to hospital, from police station to police station, many long, frustrating hours until eventually, very later that night, you find yourself in the morgue.
A decade later, Bassam lost his 10-year-old daughter Abir, hit by a rubber bullet fired by an Israeli soldier.
She fell down and 2 days later she passed away in Hadassah Hospital, in the same hospital where she born.
The men soon became active in an organisation for victims of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Like many touched by the violence, they experienced immense sadness and anger before finding a way to use their story to advocate for positive change.
In many ways, he's the closest person to me on earth.
They now travel the world calling for an end to the conflict.
It is not our destiny to keep on killing each other. We can change it. And the only way to change it is simply by talking to each other. It's a mission to use this unbearable pain in order to show people that there is another way, that it can work, that it's not too difficult to love your enemy.
For the first time, they're in Australia, speaking to community groups across the country. Bassam and Rami have travelled to dozens of countries, sharing their story and calling for peace. They say their message is not just for Israelis and Palestinians, but for all communities.
It was definitely a refocusing about what's important in this, and that is human lives.
Their message is powerful for everyone, for students, academics, for everyone around the country.
Despite the ongoing conflict in their homeland, they're optimistic about the future.
I believe that one day we will live in peace and we will see those crimes and atrocities which take place now as part of the history.
I have the feeling that Smadar is standing behind my back and pushing me forward. I know she would be positive about what I'm doing.
Choosing the path of peace in a divided land. Lydia Feng, ABC News.